Hey guys, it's Chris from Smithy Finance, and today is your market report for September 3rd. It's been quite a while since I've done one of these. Today, market was mixed, I guess. We had the NASDAQ up and the Dow down, and a lot of stocks are showing a bit of weakness after a really good July and August. I want to start off talking about Bitcoin. It's at about 112,000 right now. It had hit 124. It's been just sort of weak, sideways to down for a while, and doesn't look all that energetic at the moment. But so it goes. I'm still very bullish on it, but granted, it may well come down a bit further. I also want to talk about strategy, the former MicroStrategy. In my last video, I had mentioned I'd sold half my holdings at roughly 410 a share, and here we are at 330 a share. The reason that I sold it was that I was worried of the premium that it was trading at would contract, and indeed that has happened. We were trading at 1.8 times its Bitcoin value, and now we're at 1.55. We had been at over 2, 2.25, 2.5, and it's just been coming down, and it could squeeze further, guys. It could get to 1.3, 1.2. Who knows? There are some pretty aggressive shorts on the stock, and they're long Bitcoin and short the MicroStrategy or the strategy, and hoping that they'll converge at some point. I still think strategy deserves a premium. How much of a premium is a question. I used to think it was, at least 2 times, but here we are, like I said, at 1.55. I took a fair bit of grief on my position last time. A lot of people thumbs down, called me an idiot. I didn't know what I was talking about, didn't know anything about strategy. And, I just basically deleted those comments because they're ignorant and not worth my time, frankly, to respond. I know more about strategy than most people, most investors in the stock, and I for sure know more about the stock market and the psychology of the stock market, which is actually far more important. And that's what I bring to the channel. At this point, I had bought a little bit of that half back in the last few weeks, but I sold it all yesterday or the day before. I mean, I still have the half, my original half, but I did sell the extra that I bought. There's some other ones, Bitcoin treasury companies that are trading at discount to its Bitcoin holdings, a discount to NAV, including MSTR Digital, EMPD. It trades at about 0.78 times. The stock's 715, 720 tonight. I think that's a buy, but there's a pretty good chance we're going to see Bitcoin slip a little bit. I'm still super bullish, and I don't care. I'm buying this EMPD anyway, but I'm leaving MicroStrategy for now. Let's wait and see if it gets some more oomph in it. Right now, it's in a pretty dedicated downslide. I don't know how far it's going to go, but it just seems Bitcoin's up, strategy's down, Bitcoin sideways, strategy's down, Bitcoin's up, Bitcoin's down. Strategy might be down a little less than the Bitcoin, but still down. So it's that's not exactly true in all cases, but it has been slipping. And if you watch the stock, you know that's true, and it's been a little bit frustrating. So look, you've got to be flexible in your view of the stock market. I know hodl, 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 never sell, it's going to the moon, blah, blah, blah. But look, we've all got to feed our families. We need to make money from our holdings. If you think it's going to go down, any seasoned trader, if they think it's going to go down, no matter how much they like the long term, they're going to reduce size. It's the sensible, mature thing to do. So you can scream hodl all you want. All of your heroes have probably lightened up a little bit so that they can buy some back down the road. And so it goes. MSTR Digital, like I said, EMPD, that's worth a look. SMLR is trading at 0.91 times, but they've got some lawsuits overhanging, and I think they think that those lawsuits are frivolous, but nonetheless, the market doesn't like that. Now elsewhere, how about gold and silver? I've been talking about that since the first day of the channel. I like the stocks. I like the metals. They've both gone to, well, gold's at an all-time high, over 5,000 Canadian to buy an ounce of gold now. And in the US, I don't know, what are we, 3,600 roughly. Crazy move the last weeks, months, and the stocks have finally taken off. I own a bunch of them. But as always, I'm selling into this strength bit by bit by bit. As it goes higher, I sell a little bit more. And again, any seasoned trader will do that. And then we wait for the pullbacks to buy it back. It's the only way to go. I know when you see the stock spiking, there's FOMO. You want to add or buy it. Get in. It's going way higher. And then before you know it, maybe it goes a little higher, and then it has one of its 1 month pullbacks that can, drain 15% from the price. In any event, we always sell into strength. That's what we do when we're traders. The uranium stocks have had a nice little move. They look good, and we're still selling some of that. I'll mention a couple of stocks by name that I've talked about a lot on this channel. AYA Silver, which had some bad news a few months ago and got down to 9. Today it hit 15. And it's, I think I've said this a few times. I think it goes to 50, but it might take it 5 years. But it might take it less. I don't know. But they've got such good project and prospects that I'm very confident that it goes a lot higher over time. It does take time to develop. Ivanhoe, IVN, they had their flooding problems and seismic activity on their main mine. They're solving it. They're dewatering the mines now, but it's still going to be months. But you can see the stock is just slowly going higher as the street starts to anticipate 6 months down, 9 months down the road when they fix the problem and they are back to maybe not full production, but close to full production. And meantime, copper just, it's down from its highs, but it's at 4.5. That's still a very good price and very likely to go higher over the next 2-3 years. And I also think Ivanhoe, especially if they can fix this problem 100%, I think that's a $50 stock and probably higher. Yeah, but 5 years out. The oils have been weak, or at least the price of oil has been weak. Now the oil stocks have not gone back to their lows. The last time oil was in the low 60s, which was in April or thereabouts when the Trump tariffs were first introduced, and the stocks were way lower. Here we are with oil back to 63, and the stocks are 30-40% above their lows, which were ridiculous lows. And the stocks are down a little bit in the last couple of weeks, but I like the oils. Number one pick is still Soil, SOIL, Saturn on Toronto. I like Valeura, VLE, also on Toronto. Baytex, I own a fair bit. I sold a bit yesterday. It's had a nice little pop. There's been some good news on it. I expect it to go higher, but I did let a little go. And that's what we do. They pop, we sell some. They drop, we buy some. And if you can have that as your basic mantra, you'll do well in the market over time. And that's what I'm trying to teach you. And hopefully you take this to heart. I'm just one guy. This is what I've been doing for 40 plus years, and it's worked for me fantastically. But everybody needs to, there's a certain amount of playing to your personality, what makes sense for you. I like to take advantage of the chop, and some people like to buy and hold. To me, that's not really the way to go. You just get bored out at the bottom, and you get, yeah. Anyway, let's not go there. So that's all I've got. It's been a while. Hope you've enjoyed this. Give it a like if you have, and some constructive criticism is always welcome. And again, this is not investment advice. It's just what I'm doing. Do your own work, etc., etc. And I will see you in the next one.